Hello, water signs. This general domino reading will be for you, and we will take a look at the upcoming 3 months that will be leading us into the very beginning portion of 2023. All right, I will be pulling a total of 7 dominoes, breaking them down for you to give you a general reading of what to expect in these upcoming few months. Okay. So I am going to be writing as I am giving you this information. If you like, you are encouraged to take note as well. Again, this reading is for water signs, or if you have water anywhere in your chart, this is for you. Okay. The first domino that we're going to be pulling is going to be centered around yourself. Maybe this is something that you're actually going through, anticipating. Let me also add that dominoes, the way that I do them, they will give you information of what is coming up or what you should be focusing on. Okay. When we put it all together. All right. So, number one, dear water signs. Let's see what we got here. I will not be going over the dominoes itself, the each domino themselves, until after we have gone through of what I am feeling through each number line. Okay. Number one for water signs, talk about self. All right. Generally speaking, water signs. All right. So what I'm getting here for the majority of you water signs is that it kind of feels like you're not going to be rushing into this year, not rushing in. I'm not feeling a lot of excitement. Okay. This feels like we are just going to be easing in. Like just easing in this new year. Okay. It's kind of like hesitant energy for some. Remember, this is general. So I'm getting more hesitant energy. Um, I'm also getting that although you may be anticipating getting your ducks in a row, um, it kind of feels like you don't have all of what you need, or you don't have the confidence here to proceed or go in really quickly, like jump right in on goals. All right. Okay, water signs. Really not feeling like here that not really, I don't know, it's just really not feeling like in a rush to go so fast now that we are here. It's like lack of a plan or confidence in your plan. Not equals not yielding full speed ahead movement, type of movement. Okay. All right. Okay, water signs. Hmm. Um kind of feels like your mind may change. Mind may change. Mind may change, or mindset changes. Within 2 to 3 months here. And I'm feeling like, and that's when we start to take a step, out there. I'm like, okay. So your mind may change, or your mindset changes within 2 to 3 months. And that is when you all may, majority, or some of you, however you want me to say it, or take it, may take a step. Kind of like, all right, it's February, or all right, it's March. We're here now. So let me go on and try to do something to better myself. Let me go on and try to do this or that, whatever, whatever is on your mind, or whatever you're striving to do, wanting to do. All right. Slow moving for some reason. Very slow moving. All right. See what we got for water signs. Okay, so your first one, and we will not go over these until after I go through all of the lines for you. All right, so the second line here, we're going to talk about things that are close to you, or beings that are close to you. This is talking about our family, best friends, loved ones, whether related or intimate partners. This can also be who you bank with, because they know things about you. Your job knows things about you. So we don't want to leave those entities out. All right. So on line 2 is all about things, or what is close to us. Okay. So let me get a fresh page. 2. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right. Some of you may have run-ins with the court system. Some may have run-ins with court system. Within these next 3 months. Okay. Run-ins with the court system. This kind of does not feel like this feels like something new. Like very new, not something that's been ongoing, of course. This is like something new, like it could take place this month or next month. And this month, December, is what I'm talking about here right now at the time of this recording. And then next month, January, it feels like something new here. I'm feeling like a lot of domestic disturbances. Okay. And this was, okay, so domestic disturbance, this could be in with our families or close relationships. So the domestic disturbance, I guess that could probably fall in with our work, where you work, or if it's at an institution, but I'm not sure if that will qualify as a domestic disturbance. Really not sure, but I'm getting domestic disturbance here. Maybe some bouts with domestic disturbance. All right. For some of you. Also, let's see what else we get on your 2. So be careful. So it's like here, in terms of someone close to you, like be careful of someone that's sneaky. Like that's been, if they sneaky, if they've been sneaking to see you, it's like they're extra sneaky. I don't know how to put it. Like if this person is sneaking to see you, they're being extra sneaky also. It's kind of like what I'm getting is if you have a sneaky link, your sneaky link may also be sneaking a link. That doesn't even, I don't know, but that's what I'm getting here. So be careful if your sneaky link is sneaking, they might be sneaking a sneaky link too, or they're sneaking a link. Hey, it's looking like love triangle here. It's really giving me love triangle vibes here. All right. So, and these are things close to you. I mean, if you doing a do with somebody, I mean, I would say they're close to you. They have access to you, right? That's what I get here. Be careful of that. It really feels like things come out of the dark in month 2 and 3. Like things come out of the dark in month 2 and 3. Okay. All right. And I write when I do this. And I encourage you to take notes as well. All right. So number 3 is talking about our increase, our growth and expansion, increasing energy. What can lead to this growth and or expansion? 3 also talks about love affairs here. Anything that grows, like your job, your position could grow, your finances can grow, your family can grow, your business can grow. Excuse me. So let's see what's going to happen here. Also, 3 is a product of 1 and 2. So if there were any suggestions that would have came up here, or it's kind of like looking at what's at 1 and then looking at what's on our 2 and put it together, and 3 kind of gives us more detail here. So let's see what we got in terms of the 3. Okay. All right. Okay. It's kind of like, It's kind of like y'all don't even want to fight. You water signs, y'all don't want to fight. It's like it's giving me let's or let bygones be bygones. So like maybe this was something that happened in 2022, and then we are now. Once we get into 2023, it's kind of like we still talking about this, and it had to come to this. How did we get here? It's like, you know what, let's just let bygones be bygones. We're trying to move on from this, because when I'm looking ahead, even though this is trying to focus in on a 3-month, it's looking like once we get ready to go, or either we're inside of spring going into summer, it's like this problem or this issue could very much fall apart or deteriorate. So it's not even really existing. It's like fizzling out. We're done with it. I don't think this will like manifest for majority of you, whatever the situation is domestically. So this could be, when it's like this, sometimes I get like, I hate this term so much, like baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, court system, ex-wife, ex-husband, or wife, husband, and but we're moving towards ex, that kind of stuff here. And maybe children involved, because this is like domestic issues, and it's on our line too with people that are close to us. So it's now when we get to 3, it's like getting to a point where we just don't want to fight. Let's let bygones be bygones. You go your way, I'll go mine type of energy. Okay. You go your way and I go mine. Like an amicable split. Okay. This also feels like it could be for some of you who have business involvements with others. This could be an amicable split. Like, you're done. I don't want to do this anymore. And you want to get it done and over with before we leave out of spring, of course. So we're not trying to take that from season to season. I mean, take it from one season to the next. We're not trying to do that. So that's what this really feels like here. Okay. So let me get a domino for you. Okay. Okay, so our line 4, we're going to talk about stability here. Line 4. Okay, so the stability portion can be stability of the mind, our emotional stability here. Also our financial stability. Could be either or. And I need for you to know that the stability determines your next move. Like how well you are right now in your frame of mind, your finances. Health also plays a part. And if you have a job, I mean, if you're not stable, or if you are stable, it pretty much gives a plate or foundation for your next move here. Okay. Let's see what we get in terms of not foundation, stability. Okay, so I'm getting here welcoming new perspective. So maybe you all will be welcoming a new perspective. Looking on the bright side. So welcoming a new perspective, looking on the bright side of things. See what else. And I know this, I said we're going to focus on a 3-month time frame, but this really feels like this feeling could come up around month 3 or 4, or at best between the months of 3 and 5. So I'm going to put 3 to 5 months from now, or inside of the new year here. Looking on the bright side. Although we're looking on the bright side, it also feels like very hesitant to make decisions here. Very hesitant to make decisions. Like this is not to say that decisions will not be made. It just may be made a little bit slower than usual. All right. Okay. Now, 5 is going to be talking about our challenges and changes. Normally, I would say challenges and changes for the home front, or challenges changes within our job / career and school. We put school in there because if you're going to school, you're really going to school to hopefully advance yourself for a better job or a better position at your job or career. Challenges and changes can also happen in terms of our finances and, of course, in our health. But the main 2 areas are our home and work and or business. Okay. So let's see what the challenges and changes, or where the challenges and changes will be in terms of you water signs. Okay. All right. So for most of you, I got 2 of them for the last set, but for most of you, it feels like the challenges and changes are more surrounding the home area here. It feels like the home area in terms of our comfortability. Okay. Like being able to move freely. I'm feeling like this is comfortability, and like if you're staying with someone, being able to move freely, and I got privacy, being able to move freely, and privacy here, lack of or very slim privacy here. Majority of you may opt to move. Like actually, and it kind of feels like an abrupt move, even though I said here hesitant, very hesitant to make decisions. This feels like an abrupt move before summer. Again, this is outside of our scope of the 3 months, but this feels like a very abrupt move. Okay. So much of your challenges and change may come from or stem from the home here. Okay. Nothing significant comes about work environment here. All right, so let's go over to 6. 6 talks about our relationships, the communication in our relationships, if there is any lack thereof. And when I say relationship, I don't mean like our so intimate ones with our significant partner. This could also be our relationship with that of our loved ones. Again, best friends, our immediate family members, Our own family, if you, of course, if you have family. All right. Like kids, if you're a single parent and kids, it could be that. And also, this is communication or relationship. Sorry. Well, yeah, I hope you're talking to your money so that your money can return when you are releasing it to purchase whatever you're trying to purchase, manifesting. Okay. But anyway, relationship with your money, relationship with your business and or your job, and a relationship with your health. You have to have a relationship with your health. That is a must. All right. So let's see what we got here. Maybe we'll get something for all 4 areas for you, water signs. Let's see. Okay. So in terms of love, here, some of you may hang back a minute. Like you may, like you've made dates, but it's not like all in a rush. You may hang back a little or not be in a rush to get into anything serious right away. Okay, not in a rush for serious right away. Let's see what we get here for, see what we get about money. If anything comes about money, remember this is only going to be things that you need to focus on, need to know. So money. Okay, so with money, I get you'll be spending it wisely. Spending it very wisely. And this is again outside of our scope of the 3 months, but I feel like you're going to be spending it wisely for a good bulk of the first half of this year. Okay. And I'm sorry, not this year. The bulk of the first half of 2023. Okay. All right. So what we get for business, if anything. So for like those that have the job or career here, it's like you're just trying to stay in the game, you know, with the shift in the economy and or wherever you are, where if it's a demand for this or that, some of you are just trying to stay in the game. Okay, so I'm gonna put just trying to stay in the game. In other words, trying to hold on to your piece of job or your piece of career because they may be downsizing or just going out of business or merging or anything like that, or somebody else bought it out. So it's like just trying to stay in the game. If you were seasonal over the holiday season, you could be just trying to stay in the game as long as you can because you know those holiday bills are going to start popping up inside of January. Okay, excuse me. So we got love and we got money and we got our job and career. Nothing really came out of business. Of course, if you're in business or start a business, you're going to be trying to stay in the game as well. So for health here, maintaining our stress level. Maintaining our stress level is what I got for you, water signs. We're just trying to maintain that stress level. Keep it at a minimum as much as possible. Okay, that's what I got here for you, water signs, on the line of relationships. Now, when it comes out like this on the line of relationships and communication, you know, maintaining our stress level, you got to, like I said, you have to have a relationship with your health. Listen to your body. Okay. On to the next one, line number 7. So line number 7 talks about our overall luck here. Overall luck. Or where we could stand to have some improvement. Like if we did this, what would happen? Will the luck get better or just go poof? I mean, sometimes we get a second time around at something here. So we're going to look at an overall picture of what's coming up in the next couple of months in terms of our luck for you water signs, or if you have water in your chart. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Overall luck. All right. I'm not really getting anything for okay. Overall luck. You know, it really feels like you're making the best of a situation. That is what I get in here, what I'm getting here. Making the best of a situation. This is what comes out for next 2 to 3 months from now. It's like not trying to add anything new to your already stressful routine. Okay. So not trying to add anything new to your already stressful routine. Okay. Let me see. You got 2 of these here. Also, because I want to see what else we get here. I really want to see what else we get out here. Okay. And this is again outside of our scope of a 3-month window. It kind of feels like after you get over the hump, that's when you start to gain some traction on your path inside of 2023. It's like it doesn't even come across you until around month 4 or 5 here. Okay, so it's like month 4 or 4 to 5. We look at getting on our path consistently or making changes on our path. Right now, it looks like we got some close things that are close to us, like family again, or some kind of domestic dispute, or anything that could land us in court or have us with, any court involvement, because you could be just there to look or be a, what is it called? Subpoenaed or something like that, or a witness. So it feels like something occurs and is dealing with a matter that is close to you, a person or a entity or some sort that is close to you. It's interesting to think of, and I might say, if I may say, because it's going to be something that's close. I have to go back and look at that again. But we're going to go back and we're going to decipher the dominoes now that I have put them to the side so we can go through them. Your first one you have a 0 and 2 combination. Okay, so the 0, I like for you to think of that 0 as like, if you're in a skyscraper in New York and you know how you go underground underneath the building to park and you're in the garage, right? So the first floor, I would like to say that's the mailroom. Then the second floor is the main floor where you have all the other elevators. You have vendors, the check-in desk. That's the main floor before you go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you're at 0, that's kind of like you're looking around, you don't know what to expect when you get in there. If you're trying to go for a job, you're just like, oh, I wonder what they're going to ask me. It's like you have no knowledge of what's going to happen. You're on 0, you don't know which way to go. You have to ask for help. Think of that type of have that type of thinking when it's on 0. Like it's just I'm here, but I'm not here because I don't know what to do here. Okay, 2, again, that's going to be talking about things that are close to us. Like I mentioned, family, friends, loved ones, intimate partners, your bank that you bank with. You see them all the time, right? Also, your job, if you have a job in your business, those things are close to you. So here, it's like for some, it could be some type of financial crunch here. So I'm going to, some type of financial crunch here revolving around a loved one or loved ones, someone close, or outside entity that knows about you. Like that, yeah, outside entity that knows about you, like they have your information. So this is examples of what will cause a financial crunch. And this financial crunch does not seem like one that will be long lasting. Again, this is general. It's so well. I will say this, should this be something that comes up here for the most of you or the majority of you, should I say, I don't see this lingering longer than or tipping into the second half of the year. It doesn't feel like it tips into the second half of the year. All right. Now, remember what I said on line 1 before we started flipping the dominoes over, and I said you're not rushing in. It's like you're more like easing into the new year, like and then you have hesitant energy and lacking of a plan or confidence in your plan. It's not giving me the full speed ahead energy. It's like, okay, it's 2023, okay, all right. So but your mind changes about everything. It feels like for majority of you within 2 to 3 months. And then you might decide to, step it up or do something different. So moving on, line 2, again, you have domino 0 and 6. 0 is again, like you're down in that garage, you're on ground floor, you're in that dim setting. It's very dim in there. And then we got 6 that's talking about our relationships. It also can mean our luck over here, the way that I do this. The 6 can be the luck on this side of our diagram that I create here. So looking at it, this could be something like an embarrassing situation, stunts communication. Okay, embarrassing situation that stunts communication. Okay, water signs. Like if it's very embarrassing, you're not going to want to talk about it. You're going to probably want to go within, like shut down or something like that. It's embarrassing. It lingers for a month or 2, maybe 3. Okay. Now, I remember what I said on 2. I said some may have run-ins with court system within the next 3 months. Domestic disturbances. It could be centered around a love triangle. Things could come out of the dark in the months 2 and 3. Okay, that's what I get here. Now, number 3, or line 3, should I say? on our line of expansion and growth here, you got a number 4 and 3 as the combination here. So I'm going to say prosperity comes. Prosperity comes, things change. Small change for the better. But it feels like it comes with a little pinch. Okay? Comes with a little pinch. The pinch could be like some kind of stipulation or something here. Okay? So look at what I said before. On this same line, I said, y'all don't want to fight. Y'all come to the conclusion. I don't want to fight. I don't want to do all of this. And it's like, let bygones be bygones. Can we just squash this and let's move on? Can we just squash this? So it's like, let's just get this over with. And I don't want to do this. I want to get back to my old self type of energy. And it's like you're telling or the energy between you and whatever's going on is like you go your way and I'll go mine. And it becomes an amicable split. And then after this stuff is released, after that energy is dispersed, it's like prosperity comes or your money comes back to where it is. Because truthfully, if it's some kind of court involvement, let's say it was something like a ticket or something, like a like a speeding ticket, you're going to be very upset about that speeding ticket because now you've got to spend money if it's like an outlandish speeding ticket. So now you're going to have to get a lawyer. You're going to have to, your money is going out the door now. So you got to pay fees and all that good stuff. So it's just going to be tying up your money until when everything is split. It feels like an amicable split here. Okay. Moving on to number 4, which is talking about our stability, which could be our mental stability as well as our financial stability, but not limited to those. Your stability also determines your next move. Okay. I want you to remember that. Now you have dominoes 0 and 6. I believe, didn't you just have that? You have 0 and 6 again here. All right. So 0 is again like being in that dark space. 6 can be talking about lack of communication or something different about a relationship here. So I'm looking at like wanting to make amends here. Kind of feels like wanting to make amends. I wouldn't say to cover up this matter or to make it appear like, but it's like wanting to really make amends. And some parts of this issue could be freeing. Okay. Some parts of an issue could be freeing in some way, shape or form. It could be freeing. This kind of does feel like domestic, or it's either domestic and court involvement or domestic and court involvement here. One or the other here. But anyway, wanting to make amends, if it's for, of course this wouldn't probably be with something you would say if it was a speeding ticket here or something. Anyway, I get here that in general, some parts of an issue could be freeing. And when I say this, it could be also that no one really gets what they want, but it's satisfactory enough to where I can part ways and go on. In court, no one really wins. I mean, we had to go to court. So it's like maybe we part ways, and some parts of this is just freeing. Even though I didn't get my way, I am released from this problem. Okay. Because if Okay, so we could say this: if you got this speeding, I'm just using speeding ticket for an example. So we could say something like, well, maybe they didn't make me pay the fee, but I now have to take this class for a weekend, and that's the weekend I have to go to work. So like, dang, now I gotta call off. That's gonna mess with my money. But at least I'm not in jail. At least I didn't have to pay the fee. So I'm gonna just go ahead and take the class. So you gotta lose somewhere. You didn't have to pay fines and fees, but now you gotta call off work for that weekend where you could have been making some overtime. You see, it's free, and you got released from one issue, but now this is another issue. It's like the court is saying, you deal with that. You figure out how you're going to get there. If you don't want these fines and fees, you go to this class. And I'm using this for example, okay? So you see how that some parts of an issue could be freeing there, like you're free because you didn't go to jail, but you're going to have to give up a weekend. All right. I was trying to find a good example here. So remember what I said over here on 4. Before getting to this domino part, and I said welcoming a new perspective and looking at bright side and being very hesitant to make decisions here. Okay, this feels like it comes up around on 3 to 5 here. Moving on, line 5, we have challenges and changes, and you have domino combination 1 6. Okay, this feels like second time around energy. Because 1 is there. This is about you. 6 is the relationship. I'm feeling like second time around or second try at something. Trying to get your foot back in the door, or someone else may be trying to get their foot back in the door. Okay. Like it could be like someone trying to get in your good graces, or you're trying to get in someone else's good graces here. Now, looking back on challenges and changes on this line here, I said where the most challenging change could appear would be in our homes in terms of our comfortability. It could be being able to like not being able to move freely, lack of privacy, or you just end up making a very abrupt move. This kind of comes out strongly for those of us who are roommating or sharing a space. Like you may just make a very abrupt move here. That's what I'm getting here. All right, now moving on to number 6, in terms of these areas we're talking about, your relationship with your love life. That could be love and relationship, like any relationship that you have a love for, like your siblings or your significant other, and your money, your job and career, and your health. Now, in one of these areas, if it unless it applies to you where it's more than one, the combination here, it have a 2 and a 5. 2 is that something that's close to you. These things are close to us. These are where we have the most questions about life. Yes. Love and relationship, matters of the heart, our money, if we're going to get a good job, and what about my health? So 2 here, that's something that's close to you. You got to have a relationship with these areas. 5 is giving us that challenge and change. So somewhere here in one of these areas, you may have failed at trying to better one of these areas. It feels like for majority, the last 3 to 5 months, you may have like failed miserably at it, or you just kind of gave up hope because your money wasn't right here, or the job just wasn't jobbing like you want it to be. It's not giving you the money that you hope that it would. Health, that's a touchy subject, but maybe you tried a new regimen and it just didn't work out, or you just can't keep that same routine long enough to improve something. So this is talking about failure at something with this combination. It's a challenge for you. So it was a failure at something. But don't worry, because after, some time go by for you all later in this year, you're going to get back on that horse and you're going to try to work these things out. right now. It's like I said in the very beginning, you're just easing on into this year. Like we're just coming in really careful. Okay. Now on line 7, we talked about overall luck here. You have 2 5s, 2 5s. That's a lot of challenges and changes. That energy is there. So, but these are grand changes, like pivotal moments, or something where you just pivot strongly. Now, here you may be opting to get a different living environment, or you may move. Okay? You may move here, and you may move after whatever issue is resolved. That may involve court or some type of legal matter. So after that resolves, and you can, keep some of your money because you're not paying fees or not filing paperwork through the court system, you may move right then and there. I'm feeling like spring, summer. Most of this move for majority may occur spring, summer time frame. Like I'm out. I'm cut my ties. I don't have to go to jail, or I don't have to pay you this. I don't have to pay child support. I don't have to do that. Okay, I'm moving out. You got the house. I don't have to pay child support because I'm paying the mortgage on the house. You see how that could be? It's if the relationship is falling apart, it could be freeing for whichever spouse is leaving, because if that one spouse is paying whatever bills in the home, but they're keeping the house because of the children, to keep them in that stable environment. Well, it's freeing me up because I don't have to pay child support. All I have to do is just pay for the home, keep the mortgage, because that was the agreement. I might not get everything that I wanted, but this is freeing because I don't have to pay the child support. I'm just keeping on paying the mortgage, something I've been doing all this time while we were together, and I'm out. I'll just move. That could be the situation. This is an example, okay? So that is what I got here, that you may just up and leave, water signs, coming out of a situation if it's domestic involved here. Or, I'm not real sure if you would call that domestic if something happened in terms of your job or your business here. The main focus of your reading pretty much points to focusing on some issue that may have been already here before going into the new year, or it's festering and it'll just show up inside of 2023. That is what it looks like. So be mindful of that, be ready to handle that, and know that your money is going to be looking kind of funny for about 2 or 3 months at best. That is what I'm seeing at best for some of you. Remember, this is a general reading. So money looking like kind of funny until we resolve this issue. Okay. That is your reading, water signs. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful pivot into 2023. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, to say the least. I know that it was not what you wanted to hear, but it is general reading. That means it will not be for everyone, okay? Thank you for allowing me, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.